And welcome to Body Metrix, the show that teaches you practical ways to incorporate healthy nutrition principles into your busy lifestyle. My name is Adrienne Delgado, and I'm a registered dietitian in the Springford community. When I think of February, I think of Valentine's Day. And when I think of Valentine's Day, I think chocolate. Now, you may have heard that chocolate is healthy for you, but not all chocolate is created equal. To truly receive all of the health benefits, things like minerals, antioxidants, and flavonoids, the rule is the darker the chocolate, the better. Aim to choose dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao and keep your portion size to no more than 1 ounce 3 times a week. Now, in my practice, I often get the question, can you give me a healthy dessert recipe? So today, I'm going to do you one better and give you 2 healthy chocolate dessert recipes. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to make a chocolate chip cookie pie made with oats, dates, cannellini beans, and applesauce. I promise you, no one will ever know that there are beans in this recipe. I tried it out on my kids the other night, and they loved it. The second recipe is a flourless zucchini brownie using almond flour, which makes it a great treat option if you are gluten-free. It's moist and fudgy. Everything you want from a great tasting brownie, and I know you're going to enjoy it as much as my family does. We're going to start with a zucchini brownie. For this recipe, you will need 2 large egg whites, 1 cup of finely ground almond meal, a half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a half a cup of honey, 2/3 cup of grated zucchini, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 3/4 cup chocolate chips. As you know, I love easy recipes, and this one will not disappoint. First, we're going to take our ground almond meal, and we're going to stick that in our bowl. As you can see here, I'm just using finely ground almond flour. You can find that at regular grocery stores, typically in the organic aisle or the gluten-free aisle, but it's readily available. And to that, I'm going to add my cocoa powder. I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And finally, a teaspoon of baking soda. And we're just going to whisk this together until it's all incorporated. Really simple. This is a great recipe that kids can also help you with because it's dump everything into a bowl and just mix. To that, we're going to add our grated zucchini. Let's see here. And I just used a regular box grater to grate that. You can also throw it in a food processor to make it go a little faster. It's typically about half a zucchini. To that, I'm going to add my egg whites. If you want to use a liquid egg white, again, simple, you would use about 6 tablespoons. That equals 2 large eggs. And then we're just going to take this spoon here and mix it all together. Incorporate it so it's going to get a little wet. Again, you're going to see your zucchini clumps in there. That's fine. I promise you the finished product will not look like this. All right. And to that, we're going to add our vanilla. And some honey. Now, the trick with honey, whenever you're measuring it out, is always use a little bit of cooking spray and spray out your cup first. This will make the honey come out quickly and easily. Because sometimes honey can be messy to clean up. And so what's nice about this recipe here, like I said, it's gluten-free, but it's also dairy-free if you're using the dark chocolate chips. The Libby's dark chocolate chips are dairy-free. You always want to check your ingredient list and make sure that there's no dairy in it if that's what you're looking for. We don't have any refined sugars in this recipe since we're using the honey to sweeten it, and we're using the zucchini. So this is a nice, easy recipe if there's food allergies in your house or if you're just looking for an alternative to white flour and white sugar. And again, really simple, easy to throw together. So we give that a stir. And then finally, we're just going to add our chocolate chips. Throw that in. Give it a quick stir. And that is it. So you can either spray out a pan first, which I'm going to do that right now. So that way it doesn't stick and it makes cleanup very easy. Your other alternative is to line your baking pan with parchment paper, and that will also make things really quick and easy for cleanup. We're just going to stick this in our pan. I don't know about you, but I love a good brownie recipe, and this one I think may be my new favorite one. Let's throw that down here. We're just going to spread that evenly in our pan. And then we're going to stick this in a 325 degree oven for about 30 minutes or until the center comes out clean with a toothpick. And that's it. Quick, easy, simple, ready to go. Now we're going to make our chocolate chip cookie pie. For this recipe you will need 2 cups of cannellini beans rinsed and drained, 1 cup of oats, either quick or rolled, a half a cup of unsweetened applesauce, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a cup of pitted dates, 1 cup of dark chocolate chips divided, and a half a teaspoon of sea salt. Okay, so again, another quick, easy recipe. This one is all gonna go into a food processor. So first I'm gonna dump my cannellini beans. You can also use navy beans for this recipe. What I like about this cannellini beans though is there's a ton of protein and fiber in it, so not only is it going to be filling, but it's going to stay with you for a really long time and give you that great fiber that our bodies need for digestion. We're also going to add in our oats, another great fiber source. It's really hard to find recipes that are high in fiber, so this is a good one. I'm going to use my unsweetened applesauce. Conveniently, these little cups are exactly what we need, a half a cup. All right, I'll add in the vanilla. Again, another great recipe for your kids to help you out with because you're dumping everything right into one container. My baking soda. Baking powder, and then finally pitted dates. Again, another fiber source. This is going to be our source of sugar. So in this recipe, you'll notice we're not using any sugar or any honey. We're going to use dates to sweeten it up. And then we're just going to stick our food processor on high, and we're going to let it process until everything is mixed together and the dates are fully chopped. Looks perfect. Now, your batter is going to be a little clumpy, and that's okay. All right, I'll take out this blade. Here. And then I'm going to take, let's move this out of the way for a second. I'm going to take this into the bowl. Like I said, it's really thick, but that's all right. And then to this, I'm going to add my chocolate chips. All right, perfect. Hopefully you guys can see that, and the consistency looks just like cookie dough. All right, and then we're going to take this again. We're going to spray out our pan so it doesn't stick. Alternatively, you can use a springform pan, but I'm just going to use a pie plate for this. And then we're going to mold it into the shape of a pie. So if you ever ever need a quick dessert recipe because you're going out or because the kids want something sweet to eat, but you want them to have something healthy, this will be your new go-to recipe. All right, perfect. All right, and to this, we're gonna just add a couple more chocolate chips to the top. Perfect. And then we're gonna stick this in a 350-degree oven for 35 minutes. Once it comes out of the oven, you're then gonna take a little bit of your sea salt. There we go. And you're just gonna sprinkle it on the top, just like that. This is optional. If you don't want to use that, you don't have to. And that's it. Another quick, easy recipe that you can pull together in no time. All right, so there you have it. 2 easy, delicious, healthy dessert options the whole family will enjoy. I did want to show you what they look like when they come out of the oven because I know you're going to enjoy them as much as our family does. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.